Have you ever caught yourself saying, I didn't start a business just to work more than I did in a job? You're not alone. Most small business owners start with dreams of freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment. But somewhere between the invoices, the hiring, the emergencies, and the just one more email, that dream starts to fade. Instead of being the boss of the business, you feel like a prisoner inside it. Now imagine this. It's Thursday afternoon. You've wrapped up your key tasks, your team is executing without your constant supervision, and you've got Friday completely free. No checking your inbox, no putting out fires, just time. Time to breathe, to rest, to think, or to grow the business strategically. That's not just possible, it's real. And in this video, we're going to show you the exact mindset and system shift that real companies are using to make the 4-day work week work. Without chaos, without burning the place down, and without sacrificing growth. But before we dive in, hit that like button if you're tired of being trapped by your own business. And make sure you subscribe, because we drop videos every single week that help real business owners like you reclaim time, fix what's broken, and finally run the business you dreamed of. All right, let's get real. The 4-day week is not a perk, it's not a fantasy. And it's not just for Silicon Valley startups or remote tech bros working from Bali. When it's done right, it becomes a business operating advantage. Think of it like lean manufacturing or Kaizen or just-in-time delivery. It's a system efficiency play, not a nap schedule. So why aren't more businesses doing it? Because most are stuck in a time for money trap. We equate busy with productive. We think presence equals performance. And we've inherited this unspoken rule that if we're not working 60 hours a week, we're not trying hard enough. That mindset kills innovation. And worse, it breeds burnout. Not just for you, but for your best people too. The ones who never speak up but slowly check out. The ones who could be driving growth but spend half their week chasing your approval or solving problems you never gave them ownership of. Here's the thing. Real businesses, retail, plumbing, marketing agencies, manufacturers, even restaurants, have found ways to reduce hours and increase output. How? They stop asking, how can I get more done in less time? And instead ask, why are we doing this at all? Every task in your business either adds value, protects value, or wastes time. Period. Once you start seeing your business through that lens, things begin to shift. You start cutting meetings, automating approvals, delegating properly, documenting once instead of explaining a dozen times. You might be surprised how much of your day is just permission ping pong, employees asking, waiting, checking, confirming, instead of executing. A 10-minute interruption here, a Slack message there, it all adds up. The goal isn't to squeeze people into 4 tighter days. It's to eliminate the drag and friction that kills momentum. We're not talking about theory here. We've worked with companies who've shaved 15 hours off their week without changing their staff. Others went from 7-day panic to 4-day rhythm in 60 days flat. It works, but it only works if you stop playing firefighter and start playing architect. Let's tell you about one client, a mid-sized cleaning business with 22 employees. The owner, Jason, was drowning. Every call, every issue, every sick day came to him. He wanted more time with his kids, but he thought stepping back meant things would collapse. We introduced 3 changes: a daily ops checklist for team leads, a weekly dashboard for him to spot red flags without digging, and a shared knowledge base for staff to get answers without asking him. Within 6 weeks, he went from 60 hours to 35, and by month 3, he was taking Fridays off. No phone, no chaos. Then there's Lisa, a cafe owner from Colorado. She ran a successful brunch spot but was burned out. She wanted Fridays off to spend with her kids. She tried cutting back, hired more staff, delegated a bit, but kept getting calls and panic texts. Sales dipped. The quality dropped. She gave up. Then she worked with a systems coach who helped her rebuild the business, not just hire more people. Within 6 weeks, Lisa had Friday and Monday off, and her profits went up 17% because the team was more focused and empowered. The difference? She created systems that didn't need her. Here's another example. Sue, a retail store owner who used to work 6 days a week, finally switched to 4. We helped her identify repeat questions from staff, all things that could be solved with one laminated cheat sheet behind the counter. Combine that with a revised shift structure and online restocking system, and she was gone every Friday by noon. And profits actually went up because her team felt more trusted and energized. Tom runs a plumbing company, not exactly a tech startup. He was on every job site, checking every invoice, ordering parts himself. After just 3 months of implementing systems, his team could quote jobs, schedule appointments, and manage customer feedback without him. Tom now works 3 days a week, just managing strategy and big decisions. His revenue up 30%, stress down 100%. Here's the key. The 4-day week is not about less work, it's about less wasted work. It's about energy management, not just time management. That's why it's catching on. Not just in startups, but in old school businesses too. And here's where you come in. Start by asking this. If I left the business for 2 weeks, what would break first? That's where the cracks are. That's what's keeping you chained to your desk. Your job isn't to hold the business together with duct tape and caffeine. Your job is to build a system that works even when you don't. This is about creating a business that can breathe without you. Not because you don't care, but because you built it right. That's the difference between being a business owner and a business operator. And if you're watching this channel, you're ready to move from one to the other. Now let's talk about the objections. You might be thinking, that's fine for others, but my business is different. That's fair. Every business is different. But human focus and team energy, those are universal. Studies show that productivity plummets after 35 hours. That means you're often paying people to go through the motions, not create results. The solution isn't more hustle, it's better systems. If your team knows what done looks like, when it needs to be done, and who owns what, they can win the game. But if everything depends on you answering every question and catching every ball, your team's not working, they're waiting. Here's the key. The 4-day week is not about less work. It's about less wasted work. It's about energy management, not just time management. That's why it's catching on, not just in startups, but in old school businesses too. So where do you start? Start by identifying every task you do weekly that could be done by someone else. That's what our free checklist is for. We've created a free checklist that will help you start to fix your business today. This 15-minute assessment can save you 10 or more hours per week, starting by showing you the tasks others can do for you. The link is in the description below, and it's completely free. Still with us? Good, because this next part is where most people drop the ball. Implementation. You need a 30-day window to pilot your 4-day shift. Don't announce it. Design it. Choose one area of the business. Build the system, test it, measure what breaks, improve it, then replicate. And don't do this alone. Bring your team into the process. Ask them where the friction is. Ask them what's slowing them down. You'll be shocked at how many ideas they already have. They've just never been asked. When you reduce the noise in your business, you create space. And space is where the real growth happens. Space to reflect, space to innovate, space to be human again. That's why this isn't just about time off. It's about creating the mental margin to lead your business instead of being buried inside it. And we're just scratching the surface. If you're ready for the complete self-running business system, we've created the best business course on the market. We show you exactly how we build businesses that run without us. Sign up 100% free, no credit card required, and get instant access to the full course intro. The link is in the description in the next video. The 4-day work week isn't a dream, it's a design. And the best part? You don't need permission to start, just the decision. Take one small step today. We'll see you in the next one.